Hey, welcome to Learning with Lou. Today we're going to talk about dividing fractions by other fractions. Now, dividing fractions might seem like something that's extremely complicated at first, but it's actually very simple if you could remember three simple letters, KCF. It's almost like KFC, just switched around a little bit. So let's take a look at our example here. We have 6/9 divided by 2/7. If you can remember KCF, that tells you keep, change, flip. Three simple steps for dividing fractions. So the K stands for keep. You want to keep your first fraction. Our 6/9, that's our first fraction. We're actually just going to leave that alone. We're not going to do anything to it, which brings us to the C, which is change. You change your division symbol to a multiplication symbol. So instead of 6/9 divided by, we're actually going to change it to 6/9 times. And you can see the K tells us to keep our 6/9, the C tells us to change, and then the F is for flip. You flip your second fraction upside down. So we no longer have 2/7, we flip it the other way, we have 7/2. So we have a new equation here. Instead of 6/9 divided by 2/7, we have 6/9 times 7/2. And then all you have to do is just multiply fractions. And if you haven't seen my video on that, I highly suggest you check it out because that explains exactly what to do for this final step. So you go ahead and you have 6/9 times 7/2. You do 6 times 7, which is 42. And then you do 9 times 2, which is 18. Now, I always tell my students that they have to simplify their answers, and if they have a fraction greater than 1, turn it into a mixed number. So first thing I'm going to do here is simplify. I have 42 over 18. I found my greatest common factor, which is 6. So I did 42 divided by 6, which gave me 7, and 18 divided by 6, which gave me 3. So I ended up with 7/3. Change that into a mixed number, and you get 2 1/3 as your final answer. Okay, so we have some practice problems here, but I actually just want to do one more with you. That way you could really just see this in action. So we have 5/8 divided by 1/3. And I'm going to start by remembering KCF. And if it helps you, you could actually just write the letters above your equation. KCF. Just make sure you don't accidentally write KFC. So we have 5/8, that's our first fraction. We're going to keep it. That's going to stay left alone. So we have 5/8, nothing happening there. Then we're going to change our division symbol to multiplication. So we no longer have 5/8 divided by, we have 5/8 times. And then we're going to flip our second fraction. So 1/3 is actually going to become 3/1, or 3 wholes. And now what you do is just do multiplying fractions. You multiply your numerators. 5 times 3 gives us 15. And then you multiply your denominators. 8 times 1 gives us 8, so we have 15/8 as our answer. And I'm just going to go ahead and turn that into a mixed number. So I'll just do that here real quick. I have 15. And one way you could choose to turn it into a mixed number is by doing long division real quick. 15 divided by 8. 8 can go into 15 one time. You subtract. 8 times 1 gives you 8. You subtract 15 minus 8 is 7. So we have 1 remainder 7. Or you have your quotient becomes your whole number. Your remainder becomes your numerator. And you keep your denominator. So you really have 15/8 or 1 7/8. How about you pause the video here and try the rest of those practice problems on your own, and then when you unpause it, you can see how you did. Okay, so hopefully you gave these problems a try, and I showed all my work here, so I just wanted to circle my final answers in red. That way it's easier for you to just compare your answers. You can see for 8/9 divided by 2/3, I got 24/18, which I then reduced and then turned into a mixed number, which was 1 1/3. For 3/6 divided by 2/10, I got 30/12. I reduced, turned it into a mixed number, and I got 2 1/2. 1/5 divided by 4/7 with 7/20, and there is no reducing or turning into a mixed number for this one. That's just your final answer, 7/20. For 7/9 divided by 5/6, I got 42/45. I simplified it to 14/15. And then for the final one, 6/8 divided by 3/7, I got 42/24. I simplified it and then I turned it into a mixed number, and I got 1 3/4 as my final answer. So hopefully you did pretty good there. And that's really all there is to it when you're dividing fractions by other fractions. There's no big mystery to it. It doesn't have to be this big scary topic. Everybody hears division and fractions and they think, oh no, this is going to be impossible. It's really not that hard. Just remember KCF. Keep, change, flip. Thank you so much for watching. If you learned something from this video, please do me a favor and hit that like button and that subscribe button as well. It really helps me out. And if you like these resources, maybe you want them for yourself, for your classroom, you hand them out to your students, or even if you're just practicing at home, you could download all of these resources on my website. I have the link to my shop in the description down below. Thank you again, and never stop learning.